Mr. Raines, you have anything?
No report.
Thank you, sir. Public participation, the floor is open. If you'd like to come forward to address the council, please give us your name and address. Floor is open. Hearing none, go to the announcements. The City of Spanish Fort surveying citizen interest in the City of Spanish Fort Museum, displaying the history of our community. If you're interested in volunteering your time or have historical items relevant to the history of the Spanish Fort community, and you're interested in donating or loaning to the city, please contact our city clerk, Rebecca Gaines, here at City Hall. There's no old business. On the new business, it's always a joy to welcome new members of our community and to our police force. We have Judge Rose here to administer the oath to Jacob Fox as a police officer. Mr. Fox, if you'll come forward, please.
Would you like to hold the Bible? All right. You'll put your right hand on the Bible, raise your left hand. Just repeat after me, okay? I, Jacob Fox,
I, Jacob Fox,
solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America.
solemnly swear
I will support the Constitution.
I support the Constitution of the United States of America,
And the Constitution of the State of Alabama.
the Constitution of the State of Alabama.
That I will faithfully enforce the laws of the State of Alabama.
I'll faithfully enforce the laws of the State of Alabama
And the ordinances of the City of Spanish Fort, Alabama.
and the ordinances of Spanish Fort, Alabama,
And perform the duties of a police officer.
and perform the duties of a police officer
Faithfully and honestly.
faithfully and honestly
To the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. And you have a big fan.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Fox, please introduce your family to us.
This is my wife, Catherine, and my baby, Rebecca.
Great, they relocated from, I'm trying to remember, where? Alexander City, that's right, that's right. Well, welcome, glad to have you, and glad we had a uniform big enough. But if you would, if you go up and introduce yourself to the city council.
Wonderful.
Thank you, welcome.
Thank you.
I better get my agenda. I've never done this before. One other next agenda item, I'd like to ask for Officer Jeffrey Josie to come forward to be promoted to the rank of corporal. Mr. Rose?
Place your right hand on the Bible. Raise your left. Repeat after me. I, Jeffrey Josie,
I, Jeffrey Josie,
solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America
solemnly swear I'll support the Constitution of the United States of America
and the Constitution of the State of Alabama,
and the Constitution of the State of Alabama.
and that I will faithfully enforce the laws of the State of Alabama
I will faithfully enforce the laws of the State of Alabama
and the ordinances of the City of Spanish Fort, Alabama,
and the ordinances of the City of Spanish Fort, Alabama,
and perform the duties of a corporal
and perform the duties of a corporal
in the Spanish Fort Police Department
in the Spanish Fort Police Department
faithfully and honestly
faithfully and honestly
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Chief, anything you want to say?
So you threw us a curveball on that one. We have not done the swearing in for a new rank, so did not prepare him. He did very well. You know, it's always a special night when we get to do promotions. As a police chief, I'm always pleased to see the officers taking the next step in their professional development, but more so, it's a very special night for that officer. Josie's been with us for over 13 years. He's been acting in that role as a supervisor for many years without actually having the formal rank. And so it's a great accomplishment for him tonight. His family's here to see this, so outstanding as well. He is certainly capable. I have the utmost confidence that he's going to perform well as a corporal, and very excited that he's being promoted tonight. So Jeff, let me give you your official badge. Cam was the one we're supposed to look at. And then, Mayor, if you want to give him his bars.
Are these real gold? Ms. Josie, thank you on behalf of the city council.
Thank you, Mayor.
On behalf of the citizens, thank you for what you do. I appreciate that you already got the stripes on. I'm glad to give you these, what are these called? Corporal what? What are these called? Just stripes? Where do they go?
They go on the collar.
On the collar?
Yes, sir.
Glad you know where they go.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. You want to introduce your family?
I would. This is my son, Seth. Most of y'all already know him. This is his grandmother, Marie. I have a friend over there, Ray, Kelly, Dustin, and Kimber back there. My co-workers, they all showed up. There's Larry, finally. He's always late to the party, but you can count on him. Yeah, so I just want to tell everybody thank you. Chief, thank you. To the city council, a lot of y'all have been with me since day one. And I do know that I haven't been the easiest person sometimes to get along with, or I've kept the new chief on his toes. But I do appreciate everybody coming out and welcoming into this role here. It means a lot to me. I've been here since a long time ago. The city's changed a lot, and I look forward to keeping an eye on the changes. It's exciting. It's really exciting. I'd like to thank the admin, lieutenants are even sorry. Lieutenant Gilmore, they've kind of kept me grounded. The last couple months I've been extremely nervous about this. But I just want to say thank you to everybody.
Great.
All right.
Thank you very much. Y'all get out of here. I also like to announce the appointment of our building official, Eddie Tucker, to Planning Commission to serve during the mayor's term of office. Moving to our ordinances, I'd like to introduce ordinance number 602, 2022, an ordinance amending ordinance number 5196 of the city of Spanish Fort, changing the zoning classification of certain property located at 8055 Spanish Fort Boulevard, Spanish Fort, Alabama, from R2 to B2. Mr. Connor?
Mayor, this property is located at the intersection of Spanish Fort Boulevard and Cemetery Road in the northwest quadrant of that intersection. The property owner has requested that the zoning classification on the property be changed from R2 single-family, medium-density residential district to B2 local business district. The Planning Commission held a public hearing on May 9, 2022, and forwards a positive recommendation for this rezoning request.
Thank you, Mr. Connor. Any discussion from the council? Would like to announce that we have a public hearing on this ordinance to be held Tuesday, July 5th, 2022, to hear any comments in opposition to or in favor of the proposed ordinance. I'd like to present Resolution 1228, 2022, a resolution disposing of surplus property. Mr. Connor?
Mayor, Alabama Code Section 11-43-56 gives the municipal governing body the authority to deal with personal property and real property of the city. It also implies the authority to dispose of unneeded personal property as deemed necessary. This ordinance resolution would declare one Toro GTX utility vehicle and one reconditioned Nobles Speed Scrub floor scrubber as surplus property and authorize the mayor and city clerk to dispose of that property in the best method deemed possible.
Thank you, Mr. Connor. Any discussion from the council? This is some fine equipment now. I want to make sure everybody gets a chance to bid on this.
Now, this is where we do not guarantee the shape or condition thereof.
As is, there you go.
As is, where is.
Any further discussion? Do I have a motion to adopt?
Make a motion to adopt resolution number 1228-2022.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Kurt Smith, Gustafson,
Yes.
Perry,
Yes.
J.R. Smith,
Yes.
Brabner,
Yes.
Mayor.
Yes, the resolution is adopted. I'd like to present Resolution 1230, 2022, a resolution regarding the responsibility of potential cost overruns on A-Trip 2 grant project. Mr. Connor?
Mayor, the Alabama Department of Transportation has awarded a 2022 A-Trip 2 project grant to the city of Spanish Fort for improvements along State Highway 225 from the Oak Ridge subdivision to the northernmost intersection of northernmost entrance to Spanish Fort Estates with Highway 225. This resolution would state that the city council agrees to be responsible for any cost overruns related to that project.
Thank you, Mr. Connor. Any discussion from the council? As I did mention, we were awarded this grant with a dollar figure. I don't remember exactly what it was, but we all know what costs have done since we first applied for this grant over a year ago. And ALDOT has really been very good about this. They're out there resurveying the area to come up with a cost estimate on today's dollars. Typically with these projects, these grants, the city is responsible, but they do recognize the fact that costs have gone up tremendously, so we will be going back to them, and they've been very good about helping with those cost overruns for the difference in the initial dollar number between the grant and today's true cost. So this is something that we normally do on these kind of projects, that we do cover the overruns, but I think with this one, we may be in a little bit better shape. Any further discussion on this item? I have a motion to adopt.
Make a motion we approve resolution 1230-2022.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Kurt Smith, Gustafson,
Yes.
Perry,
Yes.
J.R. Smith,
Yes.
Brabner,
Yes.
McMillan.
Yes, the resolution is adopted. I'd like to present Resolution 1231, 2022, a resolution accepting certain streets for maintenance. Mr. Connor?
Mayor, this is a resolution to accept certain streets for maintenance, including Bauer Avenue, Wagner Avenue, Marcel Boulevard, in the Brentwood PUD Phase 1 subdivision, in accordance with the subdivision plats as recorded at the slides listed in the resolution. A copy of the plat is attached to Exhibit 1, a copy of the engineer's certification and the cost of the improvements is attached to Exhibit 2, and a copy of the proposed maintenance bond and sidewalk bond are attached to Exhibit 3, subject to any changes approved by the mayor and city attorney.
Thank you, Mr. Connor. Any discussion from the council?
Wasn't there some discussion last time about some stubbed out streets or something?
Casey, I had asked that question, Casey corrected me and straightened it out. This was actually the part that was originally approved as part of Loxley before it came in, and I was thinking about phase 2. This is phase 1, correct, Casey?
That's correct.
Thank you.
Any further discussion? Do I have a motion to adopt?
Make a motion to adopt Resolution 1231-2022.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Kurt Smith, Gustafson,
Yes.
Perry,
Yes.
J.R. Smith.
Yes.
Brabner,
Yes.
Mayor.
Yes, the resolution is adopted. I'd like to introduce Resolution 1233, 2022, a resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into a contract for provisions of athletic camps. Mr. Connor?
Mayor, this is a proposed resolution that continues the city's efforts to provide athletic programs for school-aged children based on sports offered at Spanish Fort High School. A copy of the proposed agreement is attached to Exhibit A with the contractor, who is Chase Smith, the football coach at the high school. The copy of the amount of the contract is for $30,000 to provide sports camps for school-aged children in the 1st through 4th grade and up for sports offered at Spanish Fort High School, including but not limited to football, baseball, softball, wrestling, and track and field. The individual camps shall last a minimum of 2 days each, and there shall be no overlapping days for each camp. There is a limit that they can charge up to $25 per participant based on the contribution made by the city. And it requires that all participants, coaches, camp directors, and directors participating in the camp, that they submit those participants and the amount to be paid to each person, less the cost of workers' compensation insurance.
Thank you, Mr. Connor. Discussion from the council? As I spoke during the work session, I will look at the numbers involved, the dollars, total dollars, and also look at the names of the type of camps we'll be doing it prior to the next meeting. This is being introduced tonight and will be on your June 20th agenda. Moving to Resolution 1234, 2022, a resolution authorizing the mayor to execute a contract for services between the city of Spanish Fort and Sunset Contracting. Mr. Connor?
Mayor, this is a proposed contract for services to replace sidewalk panels, replace the sand and clay base, and patch asphalt at certain areas along Wimbert Way in the city of Spanish Fort for the purpose of repairing drainage issues. A copy of the proposals, and there are 3, are attached as Exhibit A, subject to any changes deemed necessary by the mayor. The first proposal is for Wimbert Way, is $5,690, $5,690.
Almost had a heart attack.
$5,690. The second proposal is for 32500 Wimbert Way to remove asphalt and replace for $7,350. And the third proposal is to remove asphalt and replace sand and immobilization for a cost of $3,082 for each of those 3 projects.
Thank you, Mr. Connor. Any discussion from the council? This is a continuation of projects within the city that this council moves forward to correct as we find them out there to take care of issues that we all see in our city every day. So, any further discussion? That also will be on your June 20th agenda. Any further business come before the council tonight? Let's sort of move back on the agenda item, Mr. Connor and Casey. Something's pointed out to me just now on the Brentwood, certain streets for maintenance accepting. There's no signature on the AT&T portion of this plat. Is there a reason for that, or is this something that we need to get done?
That was, according to the subregs, the wireless utility company is not required on the plat. They did list on the original preliminary plat. When they contacted AT&T, they either had difficulty getting them to sign it, or they basically said they weren't going to. So they opted to report it without the signature.
Mr. Connor, you see that as an issue?
Casey, you're gonna have to say that again. I could barely hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
So according to the subregs, the wireless utility provider is not required to sign the plat. The signature block was provided on the preliminary plat that was approved. And seeing as how the preliminary plat was approved, they moved that forward with the final plat. However, when they contacted AT&T to have them sign it, they either declined to sign it or they had difficulty getting somebody basically to sign the copy of it, so they opted not to have it signed by AT&T. And like I said, it's not required in our subregs for recording.
If
But
it's
you
not-
mentioned wireless. What if they're gonna do UVerse? That's still AT&T.
Yes.
Are they gonna
they
be
can-
running fiber?
Do what?
Are they
I'm sorry?
running fiber throughout the neighborhood?
They will still be. I don't know for sure who it will be, but that just because their signatures on the plat doesn't give them the jurisdiction for wireless in the area.
Yeah, as long as that provider or that utility provider is not required to sign the plat, then I think we're okay. Of course, for electricity and those kind of things, we would have to have it.
Yeah, and all the major utilities, power, water, sewer, all of those have signed the plat. All those signatures are on it.
And they've already recorded the plat, as I see, because of the slides.
Right. They
All right.
have.
As long as what you're telling me is that's not a required utility under the subregs, then I'm okay.
That's correct.
Good catch, Mary.
Okay, any other business come before the council tonight? Do I have a motion to adjourn?